Hi y'all. It's been a while. I was away. I have not created a video for almost a month now. I was on a break for winter, but now I'm back with more energy and more enthusiasm. So thank you so much for all the support. And I just wanted to tell you that we have already crossed 5,000 views for our channel. It's actually 6,000 views, but 5,000 2 weeks ago. And indeed, we have crossed 1,000 subscribers. So million thanks to everyone who has shown interest and supported me. Um, this just encourages me to create more content, and that's exactly why it took me a little bit longer. Because today what I'm gonna come up with is I have created a GPT for you using uh, Chat GPT platform. Uh, what is GPT? Basically, it's curated Chat GPT version which can be used for specific purposes. And for me, the purpose was very clear. As I said, for me, education and technology are very important topics, and there cannot be anything better than using technology for education. My area of interest is mathematics and rural India education, I think, is close to my heart, and therefore I thought of doing something for them. Therefore, I came up with the concept of, you know, CBSE Mathematician. Is It's a GPT that is specifically curated with training and prompt engineering and some document uh, RAG, which is retrieval augmentation, specifically for mathematics of class 11 and class 12. So I'll just give you a walkthrough. How do you create it? So just go here in ChatGPT's uh, and then you just say create a new GPT for me, and then you start configuring. This is what I have done for my CBSE mathematician. Uh, I'll just show it to you what I have done. Um, I have really curated the instructions that will help me get exactly what student want. So I have been talking to few students what they really want to get out of a teacher, or I have asked teacher what do they really want to get out of books, so that they can talk to the students and give them more what they want. And also what I have done is I have taken the textbooks and transformed them into a markdown structures. So just let me give you an example. Here is one book chapter of class 12th, chapter 1, relations and functions, right? So this is the book. Basically what I have done is I have taken this book and converted everything into a text based, okay, not this one, sorry, uh, close window, don't save. I've converted everything into a text based chapters, or .md is basically a file, markdown file. Can you see I have converted the mathematical formulation or LaTeX formulation into a text? The biggest advantage of this is I can chunk the text as per the requirement. It can be divided into blocks, it can be stored, it can be uh, very well retrieved by the model, and therefore we can get more accurate results. And I have converted each of the PDF file into Markdown, and that is exactly why it took me so long to come up with this particular video. Another advantage was that I have drastically reduced the size. So for example, if you see, the chapter 1 was close to 1.4 MB, which is converted to mere 44 kilobytes. That means I can accommodate massive data. That means I can include all the book 1, book 2 of 11th standard plus book 1 and book 2 of 12th standard in one single GPT. Uh, it has, as I said, I have tested for myself. The accuracy is greatly improved, and therefore I will give this GPT to all of you out there, especially if you are at school, if you are a student, if you are a teacher. I truly want you to go ahead and use it for your benefits. I'll give the link of this GPT in the description below so that you can use it. Um, Unfortunately, it's not me, it's the chat GPT who says you need chat GPT plus subscription to access this one. I know for many of the students in especially in rural India, $20 is a big amount for a month subscription. But if you are a school, if you are a management, if you are a teacher, um, I would like to sponsor one school for next 3 months, and get in touch with me. I can give you either money, or I can try to give you some subscription logins which you can use it for your benefit. So let's see how we can make best use of this mathematician. Why can't you get it from your teacher? Of course you can get it from your teacher. Can't you get it from your parents? You can get it from your parents. But why should you go to a large language model for some explanations? What I try to do is I try to change this particular thing into very simplified concepts. So for example, if there was, let's say, a concept of photosynthesis, in the book it is kind of written that it's a complex biochemical process which uses bacteria and blah 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 and converts uh, carbon dioxide and sunlight into oxygen. Whereas if as the first introduction to photosynthesis, if somebody can tell you in a very very simple concept called as it's a superpower that plants have. It takes the sunlight and air and water and converts them into a food and oxygen. It's like cooking, but instead of using a stove, they use sunlight. At least you can visualize it. You can break it down into simpler terms, and then once you understand what it is, then you can use all the words, all the definitions that you want in your definitions of the book while writing the answers. So my idea here is to let students understand the concept in a very simpler terms. Students should be able to resolve all the questions. Teachers should be able to generate more uh, similar questions for an exercise that students can solve at later point of time. So let's take a very very small example of how you can use this GPT. Let's see, let's go to our chapter 1, for example, and I want to ask him, what do you mean by reflexive, for example? Uh, yeah, okay. What is reflexive? Uh, okay, what is reflexive relation? Yeah, can you see it is giving me a mathematical notations as well as it types. So, and that was, maybe it could have done it by itself, but it is doing more accurately because we have given it a markdown input rather than just a PDF file. Uh, yeah, I mean, I need not tell you what it is. I don't want to read it through. But so, for example, I don't know. Yeah, give me an example which is symmetric and transitive but not reflexive. Okay, give me an example of something like that. You know, questions can ask, or um, actually it also has its um, iPhone app as well as an Android app in which you can speak or you can ask the question by talking to it, and it will answer back in a voice. So maybe I'll also give a demo afterwards once we have done this. So it's not just one chapter. You can ask the question from different chapter. uh, Maybe I'll take a random example of, let's say, matrices. So give me an example of 3 by 3 matrice, for example, matrix. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, come on and see. It gave me an example with very accurate representation, not just in text but in latex format. So uh, that's the whole beauty of it. You can really copy and paste it, print it out, and take notes. Uh, Summarize chapter 1 for me. I don't know. I have never tried this one, but hopefully uh, it should be able to do it. Yeah, I'll need a bit more details in chapter 1 from mathematics textbooks of uh, class 12th. Or let me ask it a question and then let me see if it can answer me. What should we ask? Not just that, I think I should show you as well. This one, it can take an image as well as its input. So copy text. Ah, oh, sorry. Did I take a screenshot or not? Okay. Oh, copy image. And I can say just solve this. And hopefully it should be able to solve it. And it will solve it step by step. That's what it's been designed for. Yeah, me myself, I'm truly impressed with the way it can understand the text and convert it into a text, just not the text, but into a latex, which can be represented for mathematical formulas. Okay, and yeah, it should tell me, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a b, where is b is equal to a plus 1. So I don't know. I think it's not symmetric, most likely. Yeah, so because it has no element which is related to itself. So yeah, if b is a plus 1, then b is not is equal to a. So it's not reflexive, it's not symmetric, and the relation is transitive. Yeah, maybe. I think it's for sure it is transitive. Uh, Verify. your answers. I don't know why did I type that, but most likely it's gonna verify the answers as well. Okay, so the second part I wanted to show you was that um, on the iPhone app, I think, or also on an Android app of ChatGPT, you can use this one. You can use your voice to ask the question and you will get answers in voice back from it, which is great for a student. If student is on the move, uh, you know, it can just interact as if he's interacting with his professor. Okis dokis, then we will switch to the demo from an app. Okay, yeah, let it finish its answer and then we'll switch over. Yeah, if you see, it is going through lot of details, the definition, and trying to see if our set fits into those definitions or not. Yeah, so it verified and it tells that okay, R is not reflexive, not symmetric, but it's transitive. So it's not just blabbering something, it truly compares and answers your questions basically. Cool. Now let's go to the demo. Okay, let's go to our GPT, which is, or first let's say we're gonna ask to general chat GPT a question, and then we'll ask exactly the same question to our CBSE mathematician. Okay, let's go to GPT first. Okay, chat GPT, and I'm gonna ask a simple question. Uh, what is reflexivity?
Reflexivity is the concept where actions and observations within a system influence and change the system. It's often used in social sciences like sociology and economics. In these fields, it means that people's understanding of the world affects their actions, and these actions in turn change the world they're trying to understand. For example, in economics, if investors believe a stock's price will rise, their buying can actually cause the price to go up. This Okay, so here you have seen that it is just going reflexivity as a very general concept, but let's go to our CBSE mathematician now and let's ask exactly the same question. Now this time it will really look into our book and give us the definition of reflexivity as per our book. Okay. What is reflexivity? Reflexivity in mathematics, especially in relations, is a concept where every element is related to itself. Think of it like this. If you have a mirror, whatever is in front of it gets reflected back. Similarly, in reflexivity, every element in a set is considered to be related to itself. For example, if we have a set of numbers like 1, 2, 3, and a relation that expresses is equal to, this relation is reflexive because 1 is equal to 1, 2 is equal to 2, and 3 is equal to 3. Reflexivity is a foundational idea in understanding relationships between elements in sets. Does that clear things up a bit?
Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Okay, so here you have seen that I can ask question by voice and it gives me a reply by voice. It's a great tool for students and teachers. So hopefully you would have liked my demo. As I said, either you or your old school or your friends, anyone who is, you know, wanting to learn more using some of the latest technologies, I highly encourage you to use these GPTs, and your feedback, questions, queries are always more than welcome, and I'll try to answer them. Have a great day. Ciao.